If you can see my nipples, I'm gonna have to do this. Hello there guys, it's Joel here, aka Gallucks, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't know why I'm waving my hands around. If you are new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and it would really help me out if you did like the video to give it a big thumbs up. It just lets me know that you like what I'm doing. Better yet, leave a comment with what you thought of the video or any video ideas of things you'd like me to do in the future. I think this top is like reflecting. It's actually a mint green, but thank you to everyone who replied in the poll on the community tab on my channel the other day. I was just discussing whether you preferred videos that were based around negative or positive things, and the outcome was that we like a bit of both. So in keeping with that, today's video is going to be a positive one. It's going to be about trends that I love from 2020. Now I did do a video about this at the start of the year, but obviously things have changed a lot during the past 6 months. So things have changed, trends have changed, therefore this video. So today we have 6 fashion trends, mainly from my perspective. So again, my opinion, just like with the worst trends, things that I think are good or bad. I'm gonna shuffle over here so that I can display the wonderful pictures of trends here. The first trend that I am over the moon about is chunky shoes. So we had the whole chunky sneaker phase. The Triple S was really like the rise on the forefront of that, the Balenciaga Triple S, and it's then kind of filtered throughout everywhere to like Fila Disruptors, chunky Converse, like everything. But now, I think in my last trends video I mentioned chunky boots. I said the chunky sneaker trend has changed over to more chunky boots like the Bottega Veneta, the Prada ones. But now as well, it's translated into chunky shoes. I'm talking like derbies, but more your standard leather shoe kind of thing. I'll throw up a few examples here. I've got the Balenciaga chunky, I think they're called chunky, I don't know. I've got the Balenciaga derby, platform derby in a kind of mock croc, which is here. But recently Prada have done that version as well, and they're so beautiful because it's like the monolith boot but in a shoe version. But since I have the Balenciaga ones, I don't really feel the need to get another variation of it, but they are beautiful. So now we're seeing a lot more like chunky other things, like the next trend, for example, chunky sandals. If you go on Instagram, like me, every day, I think I have a problem. It is the 80s Capri sandals, and I've seen them in black and a kind of like off-white creamy colour, but they are beautiful. I don't have them myself. I've got a pair of Toga sandals that I bought last year that I really, really love. They're not like super platform, but they are like a kind of thick sole, and I am in love with those, so I don't feel the need to purchase a new pair of sandals at the moment, considering that I'm not going anywhere remotely sunny or needing to wear sandals, if you get me. But there's definitely been a rise in kind of chunky sandals. Prada have done a beautiful version. I was actually looking at the Prada ones as well, but again, I don't have anywhere to wear them at the moment, so there's no point in me getting them. But the Prada ones are beautiful. They're kind of like the Prada Thunder sneakers, but just the sole bit, then with the sandal on top, which is, well. Also, there's a lot of building work outside my flat, so if you can hear a lot of noises, I'm sorry. Next up, a trend I'm indulging in today is pastels. Pastels have been really nice for a long time. They've been kind of floating around, but now I feel like this summer they're more prevalent, is that a word? Prevalent than ever. We're seeing a lot of brands, especially on the high street, doing lots and lots of pastel kind of tracksuits, pastel coats, pastel suits kind of thing. I've got a lot of pastel pieces from Cold Laundry. This is from a sustainable brand called New In, and this is a pastel pin, and this is a minty pastel piece itself. Pastels are just quite flattering, they're quite easy on the eye, and they're kind of cute as well. Obviously pastels lend themselves a lot more to summer. I don't know if it's going to change more towards winter. I've seen a lot of like red's been throwing around and a lot of khaki and stuff like that, so although pastel pieces are great for summer, I don't know if that trend will live on through winter as well. We'll have to wait and see. Next up is a trend that's kind of metamorphosized over the years. So it kind of went from like crossbody bags to kind of like handbags, I guess. And then it turned into like tiny bags, and tiny bags was the trend to get like the smallest bag you could find that could fit nothing in, which has now changed, I feel, into a more kind of novelty bag trend. For example, I picked up this cap bag from JW Anderson, which is a tiny cap. There is no point in it being a cap whatsoever. But now we are just seeing lots and lots of bags that are completely out there and super extra, made of the most random materials, the most interesting shapes, and it's really fun. And it's not taken away from the mini trend either. Like, these can be smaller bags as well, it doesn't matter how big it is, or you can get really big bags too. So I'm just calling it the novelty bag trend. So the next one is because of the big C, and that is tracksuits. Obviously tracksuits are always trendy. Like, people are always wanting to be comfortable, people are always wanting to just lounge around in their tracksuits. But I feel like the big C has put everyone into tracksuits even more. Because a lot of us have been staying at home, not really going out of the house much, so you want to be comfortable at home. I know I've invested in quite a few more tracksuits than I probably would have done, just because I want to be comfortable at home and feel a bit special, if you know what I mean. But there are bazillions of tracksuit options out there. It's actually quite scary how many tracksuit options there are. You know I love a matching set, so when it comes to tracksuits, I really don't hold back. I've got a couple from AS Clo that I love. I've been sent some from 90s back, which are really nice pieces. So yeah, I'm a huge advocate of tracksuits. And oh, I picked up the Nike Stussy one towards the start of lockdown, and that is probably one of the best tracksuits I've ever worn, or it's so comfortable, so soft inside as well. So yeah, I feel like tracksuits have gone through the roof. And finally, something that I never thought would be a staple in my wardrobe is actually a staple now. Towards the start of the big C, I invested in a pack of 50 black fabric masks, just in case me and Scott would need them. And turns out we do. We all need them. Wearing masks on public transport is now the law in the UK, and also in a couple of weeks' time it's going to be mandatory for us to wear them in shops, or you can face a fine. Not sure why this wasn't brought in sooner, but obviously, I've said it in a couple of vlogs before as well, if we are going to have to wear masks, why not get cute ones? So I picked up this one from Misbehave. It's made of like the stuff that they use to make their swimsuits, I believe. It's very stretchy, it's very comfortable, it's very breathable, so that is nice and reusable, so I can come home and wash that. I recently got sent one from Not Just Clothing, and part of that sale goes to NHS charities too, so if you'd be interested in that, I will leave a link in the description box below. Again, reusable, very comfortable, just kind of plain colours to go with everything. And then if you really want to splurge, you can go for your kind of like designer masks. So I got this custom made from someone on Instagram. They made it out of an old Louis Vuitton towel. So actually it is breathable, and it comes with different filters that you can replace, but it's very warm. So on days where it's really hot here in London, I tend to just go for a disposable one because they are probably the lightest in terms of like on your face, because you get kind of sweaty. But it's a small price to pay for keeping yourself and others safe. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Do let me know your thoughts on the trends in the comments down below. Let me know what you think is going to be a trend coming soon, or what you think is going to change. It would be really interesting to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.